All right, Brian, thank you very much. Great job out there and during the entirety of the trial. So I'm joined by with Nathan Evershed. He's a former prosecutor, now a defense attorney. You and I have been talking about this case after trial every single day. Your thoughts to the defense not calling any witnesses, including Kouri?
It really feeds into their theory of the case, which is the state doesn't have enough evidence to prove this, and so we're not going to need to bring in any more evidence. And it's also a strategy to not do any more harm than good. And so if the defense is not going to do this, not going to present evidence, then they feel like it's tactically better for them just to move on to closing arguments.
And when we get to closing arguments, do you think what's going to come out of the defense attorneys' mouths are, show us the fentanyl? Where was the fentanyl? Where did Kouri give Eric the fentanyl?
Correct. They're going to be saying, where is the fentanyl? There's no fentanyl found in the home. There's no smoking gun. There's no proof as to how this happened, how it was ingested, etc. And without that, ladies and gentlemen, the jury must find him not guilty.
Yeah, beyond the reasonable doubt aspect that we've been talking about. So as we take a step back, what are some of the things that really stood out to you during the entirety of this trial?
Very complex case, multi-layered, 3 weeks, 45 witnesses. You can understand why the state is trying to prove motive. And it seemed like to me that their case came in twos in a lot of respects. They didn't have one alleged drug dealer, they had two that took the stand. They didn't have one letter that was somewhat incriminating, they had two. They didn't have one search in her phone, they had multiple. They didn't have one bad text message, they had multiple. So you can see the state just saying, you know what, we actually have a ton of circumstantial evidence coming in to show unerringly that she killed her husband.
And in the few seconds that I have left, I just want you to emphasize that how important circumstantial evidence is in a case like this, or this case.
Right, there's no direct evidence showing that she did this, but it's all circumstantial, and under Utah law, you can actually convict someone based solely on circumstantial evidence. We'll see what the jury does.
All right, Nathan Evershed, thank you again very much. We will be back again next week after closing arguments, jury instructions, and then the jury deliberates as we are waiting for a verdict. Mark?
All right, Jim, Nathan, thank you very much.